welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I'm Banjo Ben, your host here on the website to teach you how to play guitar. Banjo mandolin, we're getting really swampy with it, really bluesy with this great song, Wayfaring Stranger. I'm going to teach you two solos. The first one is a very basic melody, kind of using that Maybelle Carter backup type deal, so you can accompany yourself as you play that. Then we're going to go into blues land, and we're going to learn a really swampy version with lots of cool A minor blues licks and triplets that you can use for this song or other songs. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, here in a moment I'll ask you to come over to the website, BanjoBenClark.com. You can join as a Gold Pick member, have access to this 20-plus minute lesson along with the tabs and MP3 rhythm tracks, as well as hundreds of other ones that I have for all three instruments. I'd be honored to have you on board. But without further ado, let's jump into the first measure of the basic melody version of Wayfaring Stranger in A minor. We're going to do this one in A minor. It's a lot of fun to play. We're going to learn two solos. We're going to learn this basic solo that is kind of like a Maybelle Carter style. And then we're going to get into this bluesy bit that has all kinds of triplets and tricks in it. And then later on we'll talk about different rhythm techniques and what chords we use. Let's go ahead and throw up the first line of tab there. This was pretty straightforward. And I have the, excuse me, I have the strums written in exactly the way that I performed it, but you can do whatever strums you want. But I'm going to concentrate more on technique for you here today. We're going to start off in the A minor chord, and I want you to go ahead and get there, and we're going to use our pinky to fret this third fret in the first measure. So we're going to start there in the second beat of the first measure, and then fret that with our pinky. And then you can release it when you get to measure 2, and then I'm going to do some strums. When we get to measure 3, we've got 4 more melody notes. I'm going to reach and get that with my pinky. Okay, so let me just play measures 1 through 5 slowly. You can see how I use my pinky there, and you want to accent those melody notes. So pretty simple. Now we're going to change chords here in measure 6. We're going to a D minor chord. Okay, so we got 2nd fret, 3rd fret, 1st fret. And our melody note is going to be that D note through measure 6. But then we're going to do some strumming around it. That's measure 6 and 7. Pretty simple. When we get back to measure 8, we're back into the A minor. And then we start seeing some repeating stuff here. So measure 9 and 10 is just like measure 1 and 2. Go to measure 11. You've seen all this before. This is really, really good practice for our pick accuracy and hitting the right notes and trying to get those rhythm strums smooth. Measure 14. So we have that lick over the E7 chord in measure 15. That's the melody. But we can release our chord position. And then we'll get to measure 16, back to the A minor. Now we're going to walk into measure 18, which we get into what you might call the chorus. It goes to the major key. Okay, so we're in the key of A minor, but that's the relative minor of C. Okay, the key of C. And so here in measure 18, we go to the 4 chord in the key of C, which is an F chord. Go ahead and get in a full F chord here in measure 18. And then the way I did it is melody, strum, strum, strum. And then we're going to play some harmony here in measure 19. The melody note is dum, bum, 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 bum. But I'm going to play that second string along with it just to thicken it up a little bit. Get back into a C position and measure 20. We're going to play 16 through 20. Measure 21. Back up to the F chord and measure 22. Now we've got this odd chord in measure 24. that I choose to use. I think it sounds really good. It's a B minor 7 flat 5, which is technically here. But I want to include the melody note in there, so the way we're going to do that is bar the 3rd and 4th string with your index finger, and then just play that 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Now where's the melody? The melody is this first note that we play. And we get to measure 25, and do a big strum of an E7, and then right back into the melody. We're going to play 21 through 25. I just think that sounds great. When we get to 26, we've already seen this before. This is the same thing that we learned in measures 10 and following. And then first beat of measure 33 is technically the end of this basic melody solo. But I wanted to get this melody in your head and also give you a version to where if you were just playing and singing this solo, you could take a great solo by yourself with this basic melody version, and you would be able to accompany yourself. Now we'll do that, the whole thing through slowly here in another video segment, but for right now, let's get into this bluesy solo.